It was very, very obvious we were going to run into this problem several years ago, a good decade ago. And I noticed it when the majority of intake to our British medical schools, it went over the 50-50 line, and there were more women being accepted than men. And instantly, it was very, very obvious that when that was the case, they would not work full time, and that if you wanted to keep pace, you had to double the number of doctors just to keep pace. And there was tremendous resistance in increasing the number of medical students we were training. I was horrified to see the number of excellent candidates that my own medical school were turning down because there were not enough places, or the country couldn't afford it. So the idea that when they were in the last elections, they were all guaranteeing an extra 6,000 GPs was just ludicrous to me. When I just saw all my peers, they were leaving in droves. They were all taking early retirement.
Yeah.
And I pointed out that you could argue that the main job of the Chancellor appeared to be trying to get rid of as many experienced doctors as possible with the problems with the pensions. And they were because they were being taxed so heavily.
Yes, that seems to have been quite a successful policy, doesn't it? I mean, this is the issue within the NHS. A lot of people saying it's not a recruitment problem as such, it's a retention problem. But given the sort of endemic stressful conditions, is that going to be something that the NHS will always face?
I think it will until it's completely restructured. I mean, I do believe that the end of the GP as we know it is here with us. I mean, it's not nigh; it is with us, and we're going to have a completely different way of how we treat the population that are of need. Yeah. I mean, first of all, the GP is a gatekeeper, and if you've got cancer or something which might be cancer, and it's really you're getting ill quite quickly, but it's not bad enough to go to A&E. I mean, I know people who said they had to wait 3 weeks for a telephone call before they could start the process of getting into the system. We need to adopt the walk-in centres where you can get a blood test and a scan for lumps and bumps and be triaged by a nurse, perhaps a special clinical nurse, and not have to wait for the ever-diminishing numbers of GPs. So we need to bypass them as gatekeepers. And I do think we then need to have these diagnostic centres and the general practices linked in to a central medical facility.